Hello everyone, Hachadino over here, and as you always know, you can like my video, subscribe in any of the cats that is on the side, and become a member if you're interested in helping the channel. And also check out the sheet where I will be posting all of the guides thingies well indexed, because as you know, YouTube can be quite annoying on trying to find videos or things easily. Now, let's begin. This video will be about the Deathstalker. Single target build, of course, as you know, Trickster is quite stronger in cliff and AoE situations right now. And this one does not use the Invigorated Shadow Dust for damage, making this a 2-minute spec part of the tree. And there are some things that you may want to know. Yes, you can macro Cold Blood to Secret Technique. Do remember to put it in your stealth bar so it works. You can also macro Sublety to your Shadow Dance. It's kind of whatever otherwise. And without further ado, let's begin with the opener. As you know, also, this is not a 100% correct opener that will stand the tries of time, but if I see any improvement or things like that, I will try to make another video about it. But let's go. First, I will let it roll all the way, and then I will explain more or less why we make those choices. Well, there you have it. Now I will explain things about it. First of all, as you may know, as always, as a rogue, we begin from stealth and we will do one Shadow Strike. I got quite lucky and procced Weapon Master proc, but this does not change what we are going to do. We are going to use Slice and Dice because even with 3 combo points, now we have cut to the chase in our general skill tree. It's in something you learn while you level, and that makes it so every eviscerate we do makes it so Slice and Dice lasts longer. That's why we don't care that much about it. And then we are going to banish Shadow Strike, and this is to get the 3 combo points, as you know, because we don't have subterfuge, so we would be backstabbing, giving us only 1 combo point. That's why we do this. Then we will Shuriken Storm. This procs our Clear the Witness, and it also makes it so you get 1 extra combo point on that Shuriken Storm, making it give 2 combo points, does more damage than backstab, and also get this proc that you can see does 100 and something k damage if it crits. Not bad, to be honest. And then we will use one of our strong cooldowns, that is Flagellation and Rupture. Afterwards, of course, we will be using Shadow Blades with Dance and using this Shadow Strike, and I'm going to be using then Eviscerate and then Secret Technique. That one. Dance is completely normal, as you know, we just use things like this. Then we will be using Backstab and Eviscerate once or twice, depending on how much cooldown reduction we got already. And now we will be going into Dance again. For example, here we could have entered Dance one finisher earlier, but I always want to kind of play it safe so we can get this second Secret Technique inside our Dance with all of our buffs. You also, of course, get to use the Clear the Witness proc after these cooldown thingies, and because we also have Lingering Darkness, it hits a little bit harder. Now, as you might expect, is not a hugely complicated rotation. You use eviscerate and other things. One thing that may change, but it's still not 100% set in stone, is if you use a secret technique as the first finisher or not. We will see when we get the tier set. There is also another thing. This is the opener without the Chirichero's transmitter trinket. That means that when we get that trinket, the opener will be a little bit different. You will use the 2 dances in a row, and you will get the secret technique, let's say, just on the fringe on finishing that dance with flagellation, but it will also enter inside that treacherous transmitter trinket. Maybe it's not 100%, and to be honest, if you have that trinket, you are likely to play Shadow Dust anyway. Now, why would you want to play the Dust build? Well, you can kind of play this build in Mythic Plus 2. That's likely why people sometimes are just going to be lazy and play this version also in Raid. They don't need to be like super cutting edge players. And also, as you might expect, because you don't use Migrating Shadow Dust, you can also not use the Banish for damage and use Backstab instead and have your Banish as a movement cooldown and damage reduction, or to get this shield that even after the nerfs it's still quite useful. You also get Soothing Darkness proc when you Banish. It's nothing crazy, 15% of your health, but it's something. As you know, Recuperator doesn't work, so we just ignore that one. And then this is kind of the rotation for your opener, and what you will do in the rotation itself. I will put in the sheet the kind of rotation that you will do. Likely you will use 2 dances on opener, then skip 1 dance. What does it mean, skip 1 dance? It means that when you get your symbols of death back, you are just going to use your symbols of death and secret technique, but no shadow dance. It may be possible that you may want to use a Sublety charge there to not overcap, but it's not likely because, as you know, with this build we don't have any cooldown reduction, and we already used 2 of them at the beginning of the thing, so we have only 1 charge. Then we will get another charge after 1 minute, and then we'll use our cooldowns at the 2-minute mark again, making it so it doesn't overcap ever if you play it correctly. Of course, if there are bosses where there are downtime phases and you are about to overcap your Sublety charges, you can use 1 there. So to repeat, 2 dances, no dance, dance, 2 dances. That will repeat across the whole fight. Of course, if the boss has interfaces or places where you want to get extra damage or some things like that, you can move the skip dance from the 3rd to the 4th. For example, if a boss at 40 seconds gets extra damage, or he's going to go into an interface, you use dance on that one instead of skipping it, and then you skip it on the next one. So at 2 minutes you get that one. So you will need to skip 1 dance of the 3 that you are going to go in between. So it will be 2 skip and then 1 1 2. Maybe it's before I kind of forgot, but yes, you have 3 in between places where you could use dance, and you may use it twice and skip 1. You can choose, of course, which one of those it is. Thankfully, we have 2 charges of Shadow Dance now, so we don't need to think a lot about that. Now, for general rotation things, I don't have a lot to say. Basically, you use your finishing dance, and for the dances where you don't have Shadow Blades, do remember that when you have Darkest Night up, you want to get Darkest Night with full combo points. That means that even if the normal rule is to finish with 5 combo points inside of dance, if you have Darkest Night up, you will use another Shadow Strike to fill in these combo points. Then, of course, You will be using your clear the weakness proc when you are outside dance and outside symbols of death. Why outside symbols of death? Also because sometimes you do finish dance, but you still want to backstab for inevitability. You get some extra symbols of death uptime, and that makes it so passive things like hunt them down, corrupt the blood, and others, and your general rupture and other things does a little bit more damage. Nothing crazy. You get the 10% damage and also the 6% crit. Nothing crazy, but something is something, and that will be kind of everything that you need to know. I will be posting 5 minutes rotation thingies, but that will be after I get the trinket, so I can do the full thing one. Right now, today, I'm doing the ones without the trinket because things change, and this is likely to be your rotation and places is 1, 2, or 3 weeks before you get that trinket. That is quite strong for sub, but until you get that trinket, things are a little bit different. Now, that is everything. I will see you on the next video.